Sexual desire are instinctual habits that have matured over thousands and 10,000 of eons. To the extent that they are connected to the life, they are instinctual appetites that are difficult to remove. It is said that there are no sentient beings lacking sexual appetite, and no sentient being that they do not sleep. Sexual desire naturally accompanies sentient beings. How should one accept the instinctual appetites related to the opposite sex that have taken on attitudes and views as various and complex as the numerous cultural forms or the length of history? Desire and liberation are in the same location as the appearance of life, but that life differs as to whether it is the life of opposition and trouble that is centered on desire, or whether it is the peaceful and free life with its root in the no self. If the practitioner perfects study, he becomes free from all instinctual desire. This is because it has gotten rid of the life criteria of I. The love and compassion that are the perfection of the conditionally produced life is the light of no self mind, so leaves no place for the sexual appetite and its image. Therefore, according to the extent to which one has escaped from the bonds of such instinctual appetite, one can estimate this extent of practice by the practitioner. We are going to share you some of the methods of controlling sexual appetite. Shion Master Shioshan said the following about sexual appetite and behavior that violate the precepts. Meditating while lustful is like trying to cook rice by steaming sand, and meditating while breaking the precepts is like carrying water in a leaking vessel. Without distancing oneself from sexual desire, one cannot practice meditation properly. If one is inclined to sexual desire, one's mind is confused and cannot be calm, because the mind is captured by a thirsty love that cannot be fulfilled. But it is not easy to cut off sexual desire. As a method of distancing oneself from sexual desire, a method that really observes the feeling of impermanence is recommended. That is, if one is clearly enlightened to the fact that sexual desire is false, it is possible to overcome it. Therefore, when sexual desire occurs, it is hoped that one will try to see the rising of an appearance that disappears as soon as the object of that sexual desire is scattered into the four elements and changes into dust. This is to become distinctly aware of the falsity of sexual desire. But for the person meditating with Hwadu, that correct path is that one should overcome that through Hwadu study. Just when the sexual desire has arisen is when the Hwadu is taken up. The Suzhuang says in relation to this that when the habit of the past life such as sexual desire arise, combat it with the Hwadu. When suddenly the habituation accumulated in the past arise, one should only look at the Hwadu that answered with Mu upon the question, does a dog have a Buddha nature or not? At this time, your habituation will become like a snowflake that has fallen into a red-hot brazier. If one earnestly takes up the Hwadu in the way when the sexual desire arises, the sexual desire disappears without a trace. And to the extent that sexual desire and sleep have prevented the realization of the way over broad eons, one must make an effort without rest in order to overcome them and be conscious that they are great enemies.